Oh yeah, for two. Yeah, he's coming in a little bit. Jasmine, or actually, Bole. Bole, please, yeah. Thank you. Hey, thanks for waiting. Oh yeah, you made it. Did you have to wait long? Oh, no worries. My family knows the owner, you know how it is. I didn't have to wait too long. I'm sure everyone has a family connection to a dim sum restaurant. But yeah, how's it going? Did you already order? Oh yeah, I ordered already. Don't worry about it. I got all the classics. Oh yeah, the classics. I mean, speaking about your book, do you mind if you sign this for me? Oh, of course. Yeah, yeah. Happy to. I don't want to find this on eBay, right? No, it's for me. No, it's for me, really. Oh no, I'm just kidding. Here you go. Thank you so much. Yeah, but speaking of the books, like, I'm curious, like, how did this all start for you? Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it's an interesting one. It happened because, as 2020 happened, I think there was just a lot of time in our hands, but I felt like, I've always been a writer. I consider myself a journaler. I like to write a lot, and that's been a great outlet for me. And do you want some tea? I generally have a idea bank in a sense of, like, projects I wish I had time to do. And children's books was pretty high up there, and that's like something that I really wanted to do and try out. Considering all that happened in 2020, I was empowered and wanted to showcase Asian culture somehow, and that's how Let's Go Yumcha, my children's book, came about. So why dim sum? Yeah, I get that question a lot. Like, why dim sum? I mean, everyone loves dim sum, right? Yeah, but dim sum for me was more of a family type thing. I have a really specific memory, almost like a moment frozen in time, where every time we would have dim sum, we would get compared to another cousin who's somehow a doctor and a lawyer, and now suddenly doing something more insane. And then I know another reason was because food for me was a love language. Growing up, I felt like my parents never said I love you to me, and it was really through food and through their actions that really showed their love to me. Yeah, I relate to that a lot. I don't remember my parents ever saying I love you to me, even probably when I was younger as well, but yeah, they really do it through their actions, through like cutting fruit to cleaning after me when I was younger. I mean, even now as an adult sometimes. But yeah, I noticed the book has Cantonese words in it. Yeah, I just felt like it was important to learn the Cantonese pronunciations of these food items. And it actually uses the system called Yuping, which is like a romanization pronunciation sort of system. And that's actually how I learned Cantonese when I was growing up, because I always felt like I had to preserve some sort of my culture, but also assimilate, while going to school. And there was a lot of maybe self-hate there, but now as an adult, I think I'm trying to reclaim that identity, and I think that's how this book came about. So why did you self-publish? Yeah, I did try the traditional way, where I did send a version of my book to a few agents, to a few traditional publishers, and I was rejected pretty quickly. I got some feedback that was like, pretty bad in my opinion. I took it a little personally. They were saying like, there's no market for this, no one wants to read this, change the Cantonese, pronunciations back to English. The book was a love letter to myself, and it's a very personal book. Even though it is a children's book, there's some part of me in it. And to hear that, it just made me feel invisible, and it made me feel unseen.
Yeah, I didn't know you went through that.
Yeah, and an amazing thing about self-publishing is you do get to control a lot of, the creative part of it where, the kid in the book is actually me. I worked with the illustrator. I sent her a photo of me with the actual bowl haircut. I'm sure everyone has this bowl haircut growing up,
Hey,
but
that's so funny. Do you have a pic? I think I also had a bowl haircut when I was growing up. That's hilarious.
yeah, I just felt like it was important for kids to see themselves in the book.
Yeah. So what happened after you went live?
It's a funny story. It's a funny part of the story because I actually didn't want to share it. I was just like, all right, we're done. Let's move on to the next project. It was my partner who really encouraged me to share it with the world. A lot of like anxiety about that. Maybe because it was like my baby in a sense, represents me more than anything. And I did it. I shared it on all my accounts, and then some of them went viral. I was getting comments where people were saying, oh, like this kid is me, and I wish I had this book as a kid, and finally some representation. And reading those comments just made me feel exactly what I needed to feel in a sense. And with all that rejection I was facing, and because people were feeling seen, and it made me feel seen. Wow, what a journey it has been. Wow, thanks for sharing all that. Like, I've been seeing your books everywhere, in bookstores, even in Times Square. Like, that's wild. I'll save it for the next time we have dim sum, but the food's getting cold, we should eat. You mean like Sikfan La, right? I learned that from your book. Yeah, Sikfan La, yeah.